Merry Christmas. Where's yours, Rob? Oh, you got yours. How's my boys over here? Yeah, they're pretty good. Pretty good.
All right, guys. Tennessee head coach Rick Hartsfield. Go right into questions. Please raise your hand and wait for the microphone. Start with Ryan here. Then we'll go over to Rob.
What did you learn about your team, the way they responded in the second half?
Well, first of all, I know we were ready to play because it's obvious. I just have tremendous respect for Nick. I think he's one of the most underrated coaches in college basketball, one of the best kept secrets. Known him for a long time, knew his team was going to come in, and they had good size. They drive the ball well, knew that was going to happen, knew they had the ability to make some threes. And so our guys knew it, and I thought we had a good week of prep to get ready. Started the game, they did what I thought they would do, and I think we were up 8. We missed a couple layups that we need to make, and then we turned it over 4 or 5 times in a row, changed the whole momentum of the game in the first half, but thought at halftime they were locked in and came out and obviously played a lot better. But I told him, I said, this won't be the last time we'll be behind at halftime. It's good for us, and let's see if we can handle it. And I thought they did a good job coming out doing that.
Coach, Zakai ties his career high with 15 assists tonight. Just how well is he playing that position right now?
Well, he is, and I told him I'd rather him have 19 and no turnovers. But, he's so competitive. He's just so competitive and did a good job. And, we felt we could get some of those over the tops, and he wants to do that. If we can get our post guys consistently running to the rim, they can do that. He's willing to do that. And when we put the shooters out there, it does open up the court. They made some terrific, I thought, in-game adjustments where they were in the gaps, they weren't in the gaps, and we went to the side ball screen early and got a couple there. Then they actually turned Zakai over there one time where I thought he tried to do a little bit too much with it. They jumped out there almost like a hard double team, but he, the way he just disrupts everything, even defensively. But when he's moving the ball like that, and he's starting to really understand his teammates. I think the more that when he's out there, and he and Chaz are starting to get a little bit of a connection too, but he and Jordan have one. And when we go that small lineup, Shaq knows. Shaq gives us a chance to play so many different ways. And but really happy with D. Stone tonight. He didn't get into the second half just because of the flow of the game, the matchups that we felt we had to go with. And I just know that Igor and Felix and Cade and D. Stone are they're going to be a big part of us going forward. And I tell them every day, they've got to get better, but we all have got to get better.
Rick, with Cam making his decision today, what went into that? How long had that been a possibility?
I have no idea.
Did y'all have discussions or anything? Did y'all have discussions? Or anything?
He just walked out.
Yeah, on that same thing with Cam, is there any reason or upside for a player to transfer at midseason with the current setup and structure?
Not really. I think they probably didn't understand the rule. I don't know that, but that's what I would assume. But, we were obviously counting on him. He had been a part of our team and surprised his teammates. They were very disappointed. And so from here on, it's nothing to really talk about. He made his decision, and no reason. I mean, it's baffling, to be quite honest with you.
Rick, I guess moving forward now, how concerned are you with your numbers and maybe what needs to – I know he wasn't playing because he was hurt, but you were hoping that he'd get back and potentially be a part of the rotation. What needs to happen for you all going forward? I can only tell you he would have had to earn his way back. I mean, again, we talked about that this weekend with everybody because we wanted everybody to do it. But, Bishop's made great strides. I mean, think about it. We would have had 10 guys here, and we expected that we could use all 10 guys. And but Bishop is somebody that, like Bishop would have been terrific in this game tonight if he'd have been able to play. And he's made great strides, and I hate it for him, but he'll come back stronger. And his mental toughness and his competitive spirit is something that, again, it's going to serve him well. And he knows he's a loyal kid, and he wants to get it done, and he'll come back strong. There's no doubt Bishop's going to come back and be a big part of it.
Coach, when you look at a team like Middle Tennessee, what do you think makes them such a dangerous team maybe for some of the top programs down the stretch, like a team like yourself?
Well, I think just, it starts with Nick and his staff, but I meant what I said. I've known Nick for a long time, and I know a lot about him. I know what he's about. I think he's just a terrific basketball coach. I think he's got high standards. I think he understands how to build teams, rosters. He's done that well. I think he knows the kind of guys he wants to have, and when he gets it together, he puts them in the best position for them to be successful. They've gotten better and better, and a game like this will help them just like it helped us. They'll see that what they've got to do to take the next step, and we'll have to do the same thing. You learn something from every game, but impressed with his players. I thought they were poised. I thought he got some older guys. They've been in games, but again, I just got so much respect for him and the way he has done things everywhere he's ever been.
Reese, Ryan, Wes.
Coach in the back here, what was your message to your team at halftime? I think it was the first time you guys were down at half this year.
What I just said a little bit ago, we were up 8, had a chance to stretch the lead, but missed layups, turn it over, let them get momentum, let them get comfortable. We missed a layup, they hit a 3 in transition. Plays like that can flip the momentum real quick. I didn't think we ever lost our poise. I didn't think that, but it was good for us. I'm telling you, honestly, you could say, do you want to come out and be up 20 in the first half, 25? From a stress standpoint, probably. But overall, you look at it and the way it played out was probably a much better situation for us because they've got SEC size. They've got guys that can drive the ball hard, guys that finished well, and we're going to have to defend that all year. And but just great respect for the way their approach coming in, their game plan, and but really proud of our guys. I thought that the plays we needed to make, I thought we started making a little bit more plays defensively at the rim and rebounded the ball, and we got out and transitioned some. And but again, hard-fought game, and that's what we expected coming in.
With just 9 healthy scholarship guys, will you consider having one of y'all's or signees early enroll or try to find another body to add depth?
I don't know. We haven't thought a lot about it. I'm sure we will over the next couple of days talk about some things, but we pretty much have, I think, played 8, 9 guys all year, right? Pretty much. And I tell everybody, back when I first got into coaching, I remember trying to learn all I could about this game. And talking to some of the old legendary guys, they always told me, you want to play 6, maybe 7, and 8 only if you have to. And to build that rotation, and one of the greatest at it was Bobby Crimmins. He did it every year. Luke Harnaseca, those guys did it, but every year it's different. But every guy that we have right now, we're expecting them to be a big part. I'm really impressed with D. Stone the last week. He's really made some great strides. Going to try to get him to, continue to learn some multiple positions, but he defensively, he's really had a great week this past week, and we can get better, and we're planning on doing that.
Last 2, Wes and then Ben.
Rick, I know obviously Cam has been hurt, so I'm asking generally here, with the way that coaches kind of have to manage rosters these days, is it possible to kind of go through a season without having to think about things like that, without having to think, going to have to get these guys out here, going to have to get some minutes, or I'm going to have
Well, you're always
numbers?
thinking about it. To be honest with you, I'm not surprised. It didn't surprise me. I actually made that comment to the coaches. That's all I can tell you. So are you asking, do we think about it? We think about it all the time. I mean, we're around these guys all the time. We know when guys are locked in and when they're not. We know these guys like the back of our hand. And we know they talk, we talk, and so if you ask me, I was not the least bit surprised.
Well, I guess generally, though, with the way rosters are, I mean, there's been games obviously a lot different for you and the other coaches who've been doing it for a while. How do you not worry about that stuff, just kind of go through a season and then worry about it after?
It's like Jemai Meshack and Zakai Ziegler said a year ago when we lost some guys. They said it plain and clear. If they don't want to be here, we don't want them here. We want guys that want to be here and guys that really care about being part of a team. They said that. And that's how I think we all feel.
Last one from Ben.
Rick, with Bishop, when do you expect him back?
I just talked to him a little bit. He's been working really hard with his rehab, and we're hoping maybe he comes back from Christmas. I know he'll do everything he needs to do while he's there to rehab it and do that. He said he's feeling better, but like I said, we're playing the long game there. We know we're going to need him, and once we get into SEC play, but it's really up to him once he gets with the comfort or discomfort of it.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you guys. Merry Christmas.